So we're here doing the pre-trip inspection again. We're going to pick up where we left off just a moment ago, and we're inspecting the front rim of the driver's side of a Freightliner vehicle. And inspecting the rim, you're going to identify if it's aluminum or steel. You don't need to do that out loud for the for your pre-trip or your road test, but just understand that there's two types of rims. There's steel rims and there's aluminum rims. We're going to check, make sure there's no illegal welds, no signs of unusual wear, nicks, cracks, anything that would be obvious broken. The rim looks to be secured to the wheel with lug nuts, and we're going to check the lug nuts by just simply touching them or with a gloved hand, proper protection, proper personal protection, PPE, and make sure there's no signs of looseness of the lug nuts. So all signs of looseness include rust around here where water would have gotten inside, or any type of little gray slivers of metal falling down or draining down the side of the vehicle, side of the rim. Next, we come to the hub. Looking at the hub, this seal can come off. For your road test, we don't want you taking the hub off. I like to clean it to see what kind of, if there's any type of leakage of it. There's no sign of leakage, and the dirt just gathers because of saturation. If you're going to pull this seal off, have a mechanic close by, but this is where we would pull the seal off and check the fluid inside. For your road test, you do not need to pull that seal off. When we're done with this side of the vehicle, we're going to move to the far side of the vehicle and inspect the other side, the other items on that side of the engine. So if you will, move with me, please. While I'm moving around, I want to check the fender. Just touch the fender, check the bumpers. The fenders are good, and the bumper is securely mounted. On this side of the vehicle, I'm just going to call off the windshield wiper fluid, and I can see that there's fluid here. We're going to use that throughout the drive. I'm going to come over to this side. I'm going to check all hoses and wire harnesses, make sure they're securely mounted, and they're not in any way shaping with another part of the vehicle. There's no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and there's no signs of unusual wear. From here, I go to my alternator, and I'm going to check to make sure the alternator is securely mounted. This is what's going to produce the 14.1 volts that I'll see on my dashboard when I start the engine, and check my belt to make sure I have no less than or no more than 3/4 of an inch of play. I like to check my fan. Check your fan, make sure there's no cracks in any type of the fan blades all the way around, and it looks like there's no FOD, foreign object damage, no debris or anything stuck inside that part of the engine that would cause the fan to break or get hit. And there's my belt so you can get. There is a water pump, and it is located right here, and you can hear the water moving inside the water hose for the radiator, and this is a water pump right here. The primary water pump for this particular Freightliner is going to be on that far side of the vehicle, and it is belt driven. Just if you forgot something on the suspension, brakes, and wheel assembly or tires, you can call it off at this point in time. Oftentimes we're nervous. We may forget something about the shock, may forget something about the leaf springs, or the brake chamber, brake cylinder, slack adjuster, push rod, the wheels, or the brake drums, brake linings, the rim, tire, all the way around. When you're really working for real life, working for a company, you're going to check all of this, both sides. And if you drive the same truck over and over again, you'll get to know that truck and know the ins and outs of each of the truck. From that, when we're done with this piece in the road test, we'll say we're done with this portion. We'll go in and do an inside cab inspection, which includes the engine start and brake test. At this point, I'm going to